Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode, and we should be able to finish. Well, we definitely are going to finish the regular season in this year 6 regular season in this episode. We're sitting pretty at 38, 20, and 6, which it's a pretty good record just because the Eastern Conference is it's very weak this year. I mean, look, especially the Metropolitan Division. Ourselves and Pittsburgh are running away with the division. The next best team is the New York Islanders at 70 points. So it doesn't look like it's going to take a lot of points this year for an Eastern Conference team to make the playoffs. But as long as ourselves and Pittsburgh can just continue to win games, we should have a playoff spot pretty easily. So a lot of the tough teams are in the West this year, and now that I think we pretty much are done with our Western Conference teams, now we can just continue to maybe feast on the East. And I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. So we picked up a lot of guys off waivers from last episode too, getting Brandon Lipsick from Nashville, getting Freiberg from the Anaheim Ducks. So maybe we can trade off some of these prospects as well for maybe some first-round picks. I don't know. The draft is looking pretty good this year. It looks like a bunch of really good players from the dub in both forwards and centers, forwards and defensemen. So let me upgrade my staff once again. Oh, I can't do it. 966. I'm close, but not there. All right, so let's go into the draft here. I'll see about maybe trading some of those prospects, but there's nothing that we really need to do here at the draft. We'll listen if any teams come at us, but I doubt there'll be any teams coming at us with any trades, so we'll see about anything that's going to be made here. So trade-wise, we have 3 threes, right? Yeah. All right, so let's go check out the trades that have happened so far this year if we go back to our trades. All right, so bets, and yeah, so we'll start all the way back in November with Boston acquiring Mike Camilleri and Dennis Wideman from the Calgary. Wait a minute, so Calgary got Tim Vanstone, a first-round pick from Boston, and Davies for Mike Camilleri and Dennis Wideman. Vancouver got a first-round pick from Ottawa and Ben Harper for Chris Higgins. LA got Jimmy Hayes from the Florida Panthers for a second and a third. Nashville got Derek Roy, Ray Whitney, and Arcabello from Florida for goaltender Magnus Hellberg and a third. St. Louis got Bobkoff and Gary Gallant from the Anaheim Ducks for TJ Oshie, David Desharnais, and a third-round pick. The LA Kings, wow, look at that. The LA Kings got Sven Barchi and Will Weber from the Calgary Flames. This was made today, I believe. Yeah, the LA Kings got Sven Barchi and Will Weber from the Calgary Flames for Valentin Zykov, Roland McCowan, and a first-round pick. So look at that. There's that one trade that I don't know, the trade with the LA Kings for Tyler Toffoli. So it looks like they packaged Roland McCowan and Zykov and a first to the Calgary Flames for a sniper who probably will be getting a lot better and quicker than Zykov and Sven Barchi. So the LA Kings making some moves there, using some of the assets that they got from the Columbus Blue Jackets like Roland McCowan. And you know what? That's actually a pretty solid trade. And Nashville also gets Teemu Pulkkinen from the Detroit Red Wings for a first and Sandy Downey, an enforcer. Okay, so some interesting trades being made there in the first day of the trade deadline. So let's go to one of our phones here. Let's see if there's going to be any prospects we can maybe give away here. Like some of the guys in our system, like we know we can get rid of. Like Lipsick, he has a little bit of trade value to him. He's the 3. I'll keep Lipsick because he's the 3.5 gold. Who was the other guy we picked up who was like 3.5 red? Was it? It was, who was it? It was Freiberg, right? Yeah, Freiberg. Eric Wellwood as well. Maybe we can trade some of those guys. Have a lot of 3.5 red star prospects. So if there's any teams that maybe want to trade a draft pick, maybe we can swing a deal with any of them. Like Freiberg, I'd be willing to give up, and maybe like Eric Wellwood as well. If any teams are interested in them, nah. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to be able to move these guys. Draft pick wise, yeah, I don't think so. We're not going to be able to move them. We'll keep them for depth. It's not that big of a deal. All right, nothing else there. Nothing happening. It's fine. We don't need to worry about it. We don't have a first-round pick this year. That's fine. And another trade here. The Buffalo Sabres get Nick Betts and a first-round pick from the Boston Bruins for Corey Conacher. So the Bruins also get another player there in Corey Conacher. And that'll do it for our trade deadline here. Waiver pickups. Colin Fraser is being placed on waivers by the LA Kings. Not 3 stars. We don't need Colin Fraser. And Mark Letestu, the former Blue Jacket, being placed on waivers by Nashville. No, we don't need him. Trent Vogelhuber. 2.5-star grinder. No, we don't need him. And Seth Swenson from the Bruins, 3 gold-star prospect. He's got a really good shot, but no, I don't need him. He's got a weird face too, so we won't grab him. All right, so a lot of players being placed on waivers. We don't need any of them. All right, so now we just have to work ourselves out here for the rest of this simulation here. All right, so we'll go up to the game here against the Florida Panthers. We'll see how we are. But if we can, just gotta win some games here, boys. Gotta win at least half of our games to make the playoffs here. And we're facing Eastern Conference teams that shouldn't be too challenging to beat, because the West is definitely the better teams this year. The Eastern Conference is not. Have some good teams, with the exception maybe 4 teams like Tampa, Pittsburgh, Boston, and another team maybe. But just got to beat these teams that are looking to try to get into playoff spots with low amounts of points, and just got to win games like that in convincing fashion too. All right, so Pittsburgh game. This might be a big game here. Yes, it is a big game. And there you go, 3-2 win. I don't know if that might have been an overtime loss or a regulation loss for the Pittsburgh Penguins, but it was nice to get 2 points out of them at least. All right, the Bruins, they're looking good. They might be a playoff team this year. And Boston, we get a 5-4 win over them. Nicely done. A home and home with them, actually. Let's see if Sprong can get to 30. Well, I think he's going to get to 30 goals, but we'll have to see about that. All right, we almost done with these guys. Yeah, there's some 4-star prospects. Dimitrakos, Dodge, and Carcillo. Oh my god, my ear really itches. Okay, so yeah, look at all the top 10 guys in the WHL for defensemen as well. There's probably some top 10 guys, yeah. WHL, definitely the division to scout from this year in year 6. All right, so let's go up to this Florida Panthers game again. Boston, home and home with them. The away of the home and home. 3-5 loss. All right, so we split the home and home with them. Okay, Florida, not a good team. Should be able to beat these guys 4-1. There you go. Toronto, they might be in a kind of a playoff race as well. Yeah, 33-30-8. And 3-1 loss against them. All right, come on, boys. Come on. Gotta get some wins here. Want to see if we can win our division. Detroit, they're not a good team. And once again, we just lose games against shitty teams. Tampa Bay. Overtime loss to them, I believe. All right, Montreal. 4-3, a regulation loss against them. Well, at least Sprong got 30 goals. At least Johansson's closing in on 50 apples. Ottawa, I don't think we're going to win our division if we keep losing games. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's another overtime loss, so I don't know. Pittsburgh might be running away with our division, and we could be getting some heat from somebody. Yeah, Pittsburgh has 103 points. Not going to catch them. We're 9 points behind them when we don't play them again. We would probably have to win out to win. But the Islanders are 11 points behind us, so looks like we're going to be stuck with the 2nd seed in the Metropolitan Division. So, yeah, and Vancouver and Colorado are doing well in their division as well. All right, so let's just finish up the year here. Let's finish off the year against all these Eastern Conference teams. Doesn't matter as long as we win like a couple games here and there. Yeah, even if I think we lost out, I think we would still have the 2nd seed in the Metropolitan Division. So that's what we're going to be looking like going into the playoffs. So nice wins there, though. Get some goal scoring to end the year, boost the confidence of our goaltenders and our young players, which will be good. There you go, 3-2 win. Nicely done. See if we can get an assist, Johansson. See if you can get one more assist to get you 50 on the year. That'd be a good year for you. You've already had an amazing year. Who am I kidding? But another assist to get you to 50 would be great. And we have a couple 30-goal scorers as well too. The Islanders, yeah, win 2 over them. Nicely done. There you go. There's Ryan Johansson's 50 assists on the year. Nice job. What a year that Ryan Johansson has had. That was a overtime loss to the New York Rangers. And the final game of the season, not going to hit 50 wins, but we could come close with a 49-win season against the Devils. Maybe. Regulation lost 4-2, so we probably played some rookies there. All right, so that'll do it for the year. For year number 6, Columbus finishes with a 48-25-9 record. Not a bad year. Not a bad year at all. So save percentage, Sergei Bobrovsky was once again could have put up another. He didn't have the greatest year, I'll say that. He had a much better year last year, but you know what? He still has some pretty good stats that could make him a Vezina Trophy winning goaltender. It'll probably be a battle between him and Byzantine come award time, but you know what? He actually did play pretty good. Save percentage of .928 and a goals against average of 2.01. So Sergey still might have put up a back-to-back Vezina Trophy season, and you guys said trade Dansk. Why would I trade Dansk when I have a Vezina Trophy winning goaltender? All right, so points, are we up there? Nope. Wins. Bobrovsky, 1 win off Varlamov. Goals, are we up there? 32. Kane, I think Sprong weren't too far off. Assists, are we up there? Johansson had 21, but he did not crack the top lead in assists. That's fine. All right, so team standings. We finished with 105 points, which is going to be good enough for second in the Metropolitan Division, as well as being, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, being the fifth best team in the NHL. I'll take it. I will take that, no doubt. So it looks like we're probably going to be playing the New York Islanders in the first round of this playoffs here. And that would be it. The New York Islanders are going to be our first team in the playoffs this year. So let's go check out the stats all throughout the year. All right, so team standings throughout the year. Let's check it out. So goals for per game, 2.96, second best team in the league for goal scoring. Definitely, once again, another good year where our young goal scorers, our young snipers, getting it done, putting pucks in the net. That's what I like to see. Almost at 3 goals for per game. I'll take it. Goals against per game, best goals against in the league once again. Second year in a row, 2.18 goals against per game. So defense, goaltending, once again, did their job. Power play percentage still above 20% on the year, which is good at 21.3%. And we had 394 power plays total on the year. We almost have 400 power plays. That's crazy amount of power plays. All right, so nice job on the power play. And the penalty kill. The penalty kill actually took a little bit of a hit near the end of the year, 81.1%. They weren't doing too good. But then again, we almost had 100 less penalties taken than the next lowest team, which was the Winnipeg Jets. I mean, 100, what was that, 103.8? So we took 92 less penalties. 92 less penalties than the next best team in the NHL. So we were still 12th best for, oh, wait a minute, no, it's not. We were 19th for penalty kill. So I'm still going to leave the penalty kill lines the way they are. But, you know, we had almost 100 less penalties taken. So it's kind of a little bit of a broken stat. So home, we were 25, 11, and 5. Excuse me. Away, we were 23, 14, and 4. Last 10, 5, 2, and 3. So a couple overtime losses in there. Not looking the hottest going into the playoffs, but we've had worse. All right, so player stats for the season. Let's go check this out. See how everybody finished with, what everybody finished with their totals with. I'm very interested to see how some of our guys have done this year. I think it was a very good year for all of our players. It's going to be interesting to see how they put up here. So Tyler Toffoli finished with the best point total on our team with 79 points in 82 games. He had 50 assists on the year, which is really good year for Tyler Toffoli. I think that's the best year that he's had. Yep, going from 64 points. Oh my god, dude, my ear is killing me. So 64 to 79 point season, best year that Toffoli's had. Patrick Kane has 75 points, so he had a really good year coming off last year. Only 57 points for him last year, puts up 75 this year. So with the improvements that Johansson and Toffoli have gone through, they definitely helped him out. Ryan Johansson putting up a 72-point season for him, best year that he's had. Still had the same amount of goals, but a lot more assists this year. Daniel Sprong put up a 71-point season for third line time, first line power play time. What a year that Sprong had. Only 15 power play goals. He had a lot of assists, so probably a lot of them came from the power play. But Daniel Sprong had one hell of a year. 30 goal scorer, 40 assists, 71 points for Daniel Sprong playing on that third line too, 5-on-5. That's a crazy goal scoring year that Daniel Sprong had. 31 goals. He can get it done, man. He's going to be a nice sniper for us. Cody Hodgson, you know what? He put up a better point total than Michael Backlund did. He didn't. Well, actually, no. Hodgson does have power play time. Does he? He has power play time, right? Yeah, he has 14 power play goals. Of course he does. He has power play time. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, he's on the power play, so he definitely got it done. 51 points for him. Danny Cristo, only 47 points for him. Not the greatest year that Danny Cristo's had. He had a 60-point season last year, so maybe Sprong might be taking over for Danny Cristo soon. And no, we might have found our newest sniper there in Chris and Sprong. This guy can definitely get it done. Connor McDavid with 33 points for just third line time, not bad for him. Tambellini on the fourth line almost had a 30-point season for a fourth liner. Great year for Adam Tambellini. Brandon Dubinsky with 24 points for him. Jenner had 20. Austin Carroll had 16. Dan Terrell with 13. Lipsick, apparently I have these guys on my roster. For some odd reason, I might want to send them down just because. So, not a bad year for our offense. And then defenseman, Ryan Murray put up a 40-point season for him. Very nicely done. Definitely the addition of Oliver Ekman-Larsson. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I didn't need Oliver Ekman-Larsson to put up a 40-point season. He definitely, he still had a pretty good year. 9 goals and 25 assists for 35 points, which is good. He was a +5 at 3 power play goals. But I really picked up Oliver Ekman-Larsson to help out Ryan Murray. Get him to a 40-point season. Have him do pretty good. And you know what? Hopefully that'll give Ryan Murray a nice little jump, and maybe he'll be a top 2 defenseman next year. So Oliver Ekman-Larsson with 34, David Savard with 27, Honka with 24, Eriksson with 14, and Bryson Martin had a pretty good year with 10 points for him, +4. Nicely done. And then goaltending on the year, how'd everybody do? So Bob with a 2.01, another. You know what? Like I said, he didn't have the greatest year. Definitely last year was well, you know what? He's actually had the same kind of year for the past 2 seasons. 39 wins for the 38 or 39 wins for the past couple of years. 20 losses. But you know what? His goals against average has been pretty solid for back-to-back years. 1.99, 2.01. 7 shutouts this year, 10 last year. So you know what? I take that back. He actually did have another solid year once again. 39, 20, and 2. Ortio didn't do bad. 9 and 5. That's what you want your backup to win at least double the games that he plays. Save percentage 92.38 for Bob, 91.0308 for Ortio. 1 shot for him, 7 for Bob. So you know what? He did do it. He did have another good year. So he might be he might have won his second Vezina trophy. Who knows? In a row, as a matter of fact, too. All right, so we'll check out the AHL guys, see how they're doing in point totals. I'll see if I see any big jumps in their overalls as well. Now I'll go check out progress reports as well. All right, so I'll just do point totals. Kirby Reichel, 97 points. Dear God. 93 for Nikolai Goudobin. 90 points for Robbie Fabry. Good Lord. 90-point seasons in the AHL. That's scary. Christian Nielsen at 75. Barbashev at 69. DeKaiser at 60. Bjorkstrand, yep. Furk. I'm just looking for overalls, that's all. Witherspoon, Visnovsky. Hetherington, Betts, Urban, Sakaris, Wellwood, already, yep. And then goaltending. How'd the goalies do? Halverson had one hell of a year for him, too. Yeah, Halverson had a good year. Okay, so that's what the AHL team did. They had a scary good year. Let's go check out progress reports. See how everybody changed here for a bit. Dubes, yep, we know about him. Terrell, yep. McDavid, yep. Murray, yep. Hodgson, Martin. Martin got better, I think, right? Yep, stick checking got better. Jenner, did Jenner get better? Ooh, Jenner got improved to a third-line scorer, so that's good. That's cool. Carroll's a third-line scorer as well. Yeah, we know about him. Johansson didn't get any better, but that's fine. And then HL guys, Fabry, yep, he's a third-line scoring forward now as well. So, yeah. A lot of big decisions coming up for next year for player-wise. I want to just go look at roster moves, like see where everybody's kind of player roles at now. All right, so let's go to forward. So Fabry's a third-line scorer. He's the only one, so that's good. Goudobin and Reichel are still depth forwards. So we have all these first-liners now in Kane, Johansson, Hodgson, Toffoli. Christo's still second. McDavid, Sprong, Jenner is a third-liner. Dubes, Terrell, Carroll, Tambellini. Yep, we're doing good there. Defenseman. Let's see. Murray. Yep. So, I think we will turn injuries on. We have a lot of good players that can definitely fill in if there is an injury that gets there. Halverson actually got down to a minor league starter, so you know what? That's perfect for him that he's right there as a minor league starter, and he got 40-some starts. Well, he got 40-some wins. How many games did he play? He got 63 games played, so that's good. He might be right next year. He might replace Ortio as a backup, which is going to be pretty solid. And yeah, I think we are good. I think we're good to go for this team. I think we'll just do the playoff tree, and we'll get started with our playoffs next time. I'll turn injuries off for you guys because you know what, I do think we have the depth in case somebody gets injured. I think we'll be fine if something happens. So where's that? It's in stats, playoff tree, and let's take a look at the playoffs this year for the NHL. So in the East, we got Ottawa against Montreal. So two Canadian teams there. Tampa Bay against Boston, Pittsburgh against Toronto, and Columbus versus the New York Islanders. Excuse me. And then in the West, we have Vancouver against Calgary, Edmonton against San Jose, Colorado against Winnipeg, and Nashville against Minnesota. So some new teams here in the Eastern Conference this year: Ottawa, Montreal, Boston, Pittsburgh's in. Well, no, Pittsburgh is in. Well, was they in there last year? I forget. Toronto's in there this year as well. And we're going up against a new team in the New York Islanders. So that should be an interesting matchup here. Round one against the Islanders, who do have home ice advantage against this team. But if Pittsburgh comes out on top against the Toronto Maple Leafs, we will not have home ice advantage. So that's all we have to worry about next time is getting through the New York Islanders. So that's coming up next, guys. Once again, going back to the playoffs for year 6, which could be our final year. But see if we can get it done. Go back to the Stanley Cup, hopefully once again, and see if we can win that cup again. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe as always. Round 1 of the year 6 playoffs coming up next against the New York Islanders.